To my precious daughter, Kimmy, my definition of beautiful is you. On September 27, 1965, I was blessed with a beautiful baby girl. Over the years, I witnessed you develop into all I had envisioned. Kindness, honesty, compassion, and unconditional love to all. You are the most selfless person I have ever known.
It's hard to think about her as just as a mom because we wound up working together for so many years thereafter. So she was not only a mom, she also played the father figure role in my life for my whole life. And then we worked together, so she played a professional mentor role. And as I got older, I had to start calling her Kim because we would be in work settings together.
So I've known Kim about 20 years, maybe more.
Kim was part of my family. She was my mother-in-law.
I knew Kim probably about 4 years.
I've known Kim Donnelly for a long time, since I've been in PCCS for a long time.
I don't think there's enough words to really explain the impact that Kim has made on my life, both personally and professionally. I owe a lot to Kim for who I am now.
Kim started working at Eden 2, which is where I was working, and you know, you can just, when you meet somebody who just gets it, you know, we were working with kids with really significant autism. This was well over 30 years ago. I just think that when somebody puts as much of themselves into helping other people, which Kim did her whole life, you know, she did it at Eden 2. She made a really big impact on the kids that she served and the families. When somebody does that for their entire career, you know that it's who they are. You know that it's just in them.
She was a reason why that I got a tattoo of the PCCS in 2016, because she made a special life for me.
To show my feelings, I'm still working on that. To be more expressive, to express who I am. She opened the door to seeing how other people live and to be more mindful of what their experience is, to be more empathetic. And that has, you know, transformed me into a different person, to see things differently, to be more open and accepting.
She had just a way of accepting people for who they are, you know, where they were at, just such a kind, welcoming way that made you feel like family as soon as you knew her. And, you know, especially when you're doing work that's pretty hard and pretty stressful, to have somebody like that who's working right along with you is just an amazing gift. And her impact, both because of what she did directly, right, to support people and love people and care for people and help people, but because of who she was for everybody else, and her quiet way of leading in that way really has had a profound impact on me personally, and I'm sure on, you know, the lives of many, many people throughout the years.
She just made you feel strong and valued and loved, no matter who you were. Whether you were the person asking for money by the mall, she'd give it to you. Or someone asking for a ride, she'd give it to you. She saw the best in everybody.
There is such a wide array of sort of life lessons that she taught us that stuck with me forever. But the main one being, someone always has it worse, and really being grateful for whatever it is that you do have, and appreciative for your privileges and the luxuries in life that you have, and realizing what is an actual need or a want versus a necessity. Showing up and being your best self, really meeting people where they are, not judging people, knowing that human beings are all just human beings regardless of race, color, religion, sexuality. Like none of that, you know, in my household, none of that meant really anything.
There are not many words that can accurately describe who she is and what she accomplished in life. And I say who she is very purposefully because though she's not here with us physically, she's living on through so many people. She's living on through the people that she worked with, the people that she worked for, her kids' kids, her kids' friends. people she met on the street, she was the type of person that impacted people, that changed people. And if you met her, even if but for a moment, she probably helped you in some way.
She just made you feel equal. That's a good word for her. Everybody was equal to her. She let herself not have anything to give to somebody else in need. She was just a positive ray of life.
Kim was such a huge part of my adult life. She was involved in so many life-altering moments. She was a great comfort when my dad died. She was as happy as I was when both my children were born. And she was a part of their life from day one.
She found a way to just really, truly find the best in any situation, so that way she can always show up for other people.
Anything that was brought to her attention from any person in person-centered care services, she took that wholeheartedly, and she put her all into kind of carrying out those things that were important to people, because it was important to her too.
What Kim Donnelly has done for me was invite me to her office for my birthday. She would buy me things, buy me a card. For Christmas, she would give me something. And I just reminisce on how she was an amazing person. She was always giving me stuff, even when she didn't have it, she always, gave it anyway.
I knew Kim since I was 16 years old. She molded my career for me. When my mom passed away, she did what Kim does best. She took me under her wing and made sure I was okay. Through all the good and the bad, she never left me. She brought me stability in a time I didn't have anything or anyone.
Kim was the first person that I saw when I walked into PCCS every day, and the times and the days were tough, but I showed up every day and Kim was there for lunch. We were probably hysterically laughing for the whole half hour that I spent with her. Every day was a pleasure to just get my mind off of what really was going on as soon as I left PCCS.
She saw potential in everyone. She never gave up on anybody, and she was going to do whatever she could in her power to make sure that you were going to be the best that you could be and have the best that she could get.
It's hard to express that kind of impact. I've worked in the field for 10 years. I've never worked with anyone who's been so dedicated and consistently just good. Just a really kind-hearted person.
I worked with her for a short amount of time. And in that time, she was someone that I knew that I could go to if I had a question, if I had a concern, just to vent. If there was a concern, I know she would do what she could to have made it better, or tried to figure out how to fix it, or just tell me whatever I needed to hear to make it better.
And I'm very lucky that I was able to have you in my life, have me as my mentor, really, in the beginning. That's how I looked at it. You really helped me grow. You helped me see things that I didn't see. And then we became really good friends, and that was the best part.
There was so much about giving herself to help others. She worked in multiple positions at Anya Mark and moved up the career ladder, starting with a direct support worker, and then she became an assistant manager of the Brighton Avenue group home. Later on, she became manager of that home, as well as 2 other group homes shortly afterwards. Right from the beginning, I enjoyed talking to her and listening to her positive and uplifting experiences with the Anya Mark participants. As you know, she blended a wonderful sense of humor with a great appreciation for the many accomplishments of the Anya Mark participants. Kim was passionate about her job. She truly loved her job and the people with disabilities who she served. Anya Mark individuals and frontline staff were always the focus of her attention and thoughts. She would go over and beyond the demands of her job in order to meet the various needs of the Anya Mark participants.
She helped me. She helped Crystal. She helped us ordering the blue PCCS t-shirts in 2017, ordered the PCCS hats. She helped me by getting those colors for everyone She helped me by getting everything, look out for PCCS stuff. She never forget about me.
Her ability to connect with other human beings from the first time that you meet her. She basically accepted you because you're a human. That's just who she was.
She just had such an accepting way with everybody that it was an amazingly perfect model for me, because I didn't have that. And I think if I didn't see that and learn that at that time, I probably wouldn't have stayed in the career that I've stayed in for the last 30 years.
Kim's passion and intelligence positively impacted the lives of hundreds of On Your Mark individuals. Throughout her exemplary career in working with people with disabilities, integrity, compassion, and competence mattered.
To my sister, Kimmy, I have been trying to think of my favorite memory, but I can't because there are so many I just can't choose. You are the most beautiful and intelligent woman I have ever encountered in my life, and I am proud to call you my sister. You and I have been through so much together, the ups and the downs, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You are my sister, my friend, and my mentor. Thank you, with all my heart, for raising my children when I couldn't. I couldn't be prouder than I already am. You did a beautiful job. You are an amazing soul, and I miss you every day.
Kim Donnelly was working every minute of every day. There's plenty of times where she was at a family gathering and her phone would ring and she would answer, and no matter what was going on, PCCS and the people that we support were coming first. There's been a few times where I've seen her actually leave functions and get up off her couch and just head out to go support someone that is in need. That was one lasting thing that I could say, that it didn't matter what time, where, and what was happening around her, Kim was there to support anyone that needed her.
Kim taught me everything about working with people with disabilities. She had a big heart and was wonderful at what she did. Kim would call me and say, "Before we go out, we have to stop and check on one of our guys." We would be going out to dinner, and she would say, "We have one more," and would pick up one of the individuals. We always enjoyed the company. Kim worked 24 hours a day, but it never seemed like work for her. All the individuals loved her. She would show her love to each one in a different way.
You had just such a unique way of handling life in general. And I think, if anything, that's one thing that we can take for us this tough year, which I'm sure you were looking down and looking upon all of us, and keeping us safe with your love, which I don't know how you did it, because you always had an overwhelming amount of love to pour out to everyone.
A lot of times where we'd have stressful days, and as people shared, my mom was always very calm, and I'd be like, "What is wrong with you? This is not okay. This can't be happening." And she'd be like, "Well, if we look at this and we look at why this happened, and we can understand why this is going on," and just really had a way to change and shift your perspective to find the good in literally everything, which sometimes was really frustrating. But yeah, I would say that, the number one thing I took away from that was being able to be centered enough to be calm for everybody else, which is a really useful tool in my current position. She for sure prepared me for that.
I love you, Kim.
I love you, Kim.
Kim, I love you and I miss you.
I love you, Kim.
I love you, Kim.
We love you, Kim.
I love
you, Kim.
I love you, Kim.
I know you would hate this video if you were here, but we love you and we're happy we got to do it. Love you, Ma.